Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. We've got over 750 of these available for your listening pleasure. Trying to get to 1,000 by the end of summer. That'd be really cool. Anyway, some signs that you are subconsciously hurting and you may not know it. Just signs that your subconscious is playing with you a little bit is the main topic of this particular audio. Would love to hear from you if there's a topic you'd like to see covered in a future audio. The more that you're interactive, the easier it is for us to be of service to as many people as possible, and ultimately, in a good way. In any event, if you're looking for ways to improve your emotional awareness, emotional IQ, it can be, it can be useful. It can be helpful and ultimately lead to a positive way of moving forward and kind of being in a positive direction. So if that's something you're interested in doing, there's a couple ways to reach out. You can reach out through the About Me section of this YouTube page, or you can reach out through a direct line with the nature of Twitter, which is the About Me section of the Twitter part of what we do, and would love to be of assistance to you there. What are some signs, though, that you are subconsciously hurting? That can be a hard thing. The first thing is you avoid alone time. When one is afraid to be alone, there's often a sign there because they are actually struggling with the idea that if they are alone with themselves, they have to be alone with their thoughts. And this can be super valuable for people who are struggling because, a lot of times they just think, okay, I just like to be around people. But in reality, several months, several years later, a person can actually learn, I don't like to be around people. It's more about tie-ins with nature of moving forward and getting to a place that things really matter, and also being able to be alone with oneself gives a good balance between social interaction and public opinion and the nature of self-reflection, and getting to a place where you understand that for yourself so that you're not making decisions based on what's best for other people can be really valuable. And understanding how to navigate the balance between alone time and social time can be challenging, especially if a person is subconsciously hurting and they're looking for distractions away from their internal pain in a meaningful way. At the end of the day, finding that balance can take a long time. It can also take someone pointing out patterns that we may not even know we have. The next thing is not talking about one's feelings. This can be for a number of reasons. Number one, fear of rejection is a big one. Number two, not being able to articulate how we feel in a way that makes sense to other people. Number three is also feeling that our feelings themselves don't actually matter enough to speak about. And so any of these reasons obviously are self-sabotage, and they can be extremely dangerous both in the long and short term. Many people don't even realize they have those tendencies until someone points it out to them. And to go along with that is not mentioning needs. So especially a person who's been in an abusive or toxic situation for an extended period of time, they automatically and almost instantaneously feel that asking for things, hey, can I have a ride to the store? Hey, can I have someone to give me a listening ear? Hey, can I have that extra bagel in the I almost said glove box. That'd be a bad place for a bagel. Anyway, in the bread box, can I have this extra beverage or whatever, becomes a hard thing. And so that trickles down into, hey, I really need someone to cover for me at work today. Hey, I really need someone to listen to me because I feel like I'm about to explode emotionally. When we can't articulate our wants, then it becomes harder to articulate our needs, and then we struggle with the nature of everything that's going on. The next thing there is stress level. Obviously, a person who is dealing with subconscious pain emotionally is going to deal with higher levels of stress than the average person. It'll come out physically, it'll come out mentally, the inability to focus, it'll come out emotionally with rapid fire changing in emotions, and often the what's known as the figure eight loop from sadness to anger and back to sadness and back to anger. And so what happens is the person feels like they're always on a treadmill, they feel like they're always struggling, they feel like they're always dealing with issues as it relates to getting their emotions back under control, and those emotional issues kind of take a person away for an extended period of time. The last thing is they may deal with nightmares, night terrors, or signs with difficulty in sleeping. This is because what we can't deal with in the waking world, we often are dealing with in the unconscious world, because what happens is our mind doesn't actually fully go to sleep, and then the emotions that we haven't dealt with come to the surface often in the dream state. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to reach out for more help if I can be of service. Until then, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment.